Hello everyone. Today's episode is packed with shocking secrets, unexpected twists, and unbelievable gossip. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. The drama reaches a fever pitch as familiar rivalries, lingering fears, and unexpected confrontations collide in a series of shocking developments. At the center of the chaos is Sheila, whose sudden return sends waves of concern through everyone connected to the Forresters and Logans. Meanwhile, Hope and Steffy find themselves locked in another emotionally charged clash, with each woman delivering surprises that leave the other completely stunned. For those who thought recent tensions had begun to settle, the latest events prove that peace never lasts long in this world. Old wounds reopen, loyalties are tested, and the arrival of one notorious figure threatens to change everything once again. Sheila's return changes the atmosphere instantly. The moment Sheila reappears, the mood shifts dramatically. Her presence alone is enough to make people nervous, considering her complicated history and the turmoil she has brought into countless lives over the years. Whether she intends to make amends or pursue another agenda remains unclear, but nobody is willing to take her appearance lightly. Sheila understands the reaction she provokes. Everywhere she goes, she is met with suspicion and concern. Yet, she appears determined to show a different side of herself. Whether others are willing to believe her is another matter entirely. Many family members immediately question why she has returned and what she hopes to accomplish. Some fear she is preparing to interfere in their lives once again, while others wonder whether she is genuinely seeking connection and forgiveness. Regardless of her intentions, her return creates immediate tension among those who know her best. Steffy refuses to let her guard down. Among the people most affected by Sheila's reappearance is Steffy. Having endured numerous traumatic experiences involving Sheila, she refuses to overlook the dangers of the situation. Steffy has spent years protecting her family from threats both inside and outside their circle. Because of everything that has happened in the past, she sees Sheila's return as a warning sign rather than an opportunity for reconciliation. While others may entertain the possibility that Sheila has changed, Steffy remains skeptical. Her instincts tell her that trusting Sheila would be a mistake, and she makes little effort to hide her feelings. Steffy's determination to remain vigilant creates friction with those who believe she should be more open-minded. Yet, from her perspective, caution is not only reasonable, it is necessary. She understands better than most how quickly situations can spiral out of control when Sheila is involved. Hope finds herself caught in the middle. Hope faces a difficult challenge as tensions rise around her. She recognizes the concerns surrounding Sheila, but also struggles with the idea of dismissing someone entirely without hearing them out. Her natural compassion often leads her to search for understanding, even in complicated situations. This tendency puts her in a difficult position when conversations about Sheila become increasingly heated. Hope finds herself balancing empathy with caution. She wants to make thoughtful decisions while considering the feelings of everyone involved. However, doing so becomes more complicated as emotions intensify. The more she interacts with those around her, the clearer it becomes that there are strong opinions on every side of the issue. A heated exchange between Hope and Steffy. The growing pressure eventually leads to a confrontation between Hope and Steffy. Neither woman enters the discussion intending to start a major conflict, but their differing viewpoints quickly transform a simple conversation into something much more explosive. Steffy questions whether Hope fully appreciates the risks associated with Sheila. From her perspective, any sign of sympathy toward Sheila is potentially dangerous. Hope pushes back, insisting that understanding a person's motivations does not automatically mean trusting them. She believes there is room for compassion without abandoning common sense. As the discussion unfolds, both women become increasingly frustrated. Years of history between them add extra weight to every word. What might have been a minor disagreement under different circumstances turns into a deeply emotional debate. Hope delivers an unexpected surprise. Just when Steffy believes she knows exactly where Hope stands, Hope reveals information that completely changes the conversation. The disclosure catches Steffy off guard and forces her to reconsider assumptions she had been making. Whether it involves a decision, a conversation, or a personal realization, Hope's revelation introduces a new layer of complexity to the situation. Steffy is visibly stunned. She expected resistance from Hope, but she did not anticipate this particular development. The surprise leaves her searching for answers and questioning what it could mean moving forward. For a brief moment, the balance of power shifts. Hope's unexpected honesty demonstrates that there is far more happening beneath the surface than anyone realized. Steffy responds with a shock of her own. If Hope believes she has delivered the biggest surprise, she quickly learns otherwise. Steffy responds with a revelation that leaves Hope equally speechless. The information she shares has significant implications, not only for their relationship, but also for the broader dynamics affecting their families. Hope struggles to process what she is hearing as the reality of the situation begins to sink in. The exchange becomes a turning point. Instead of one woman holding all the answers, both find themselves confronting truths they never expected to face. Their emotional reactions highlight the depth of the issues at stake and underscore how quickly circumstances can change. The past continues to influence the present. One of the central themes emerging from these events is the power of history. Neither Hope nor Steffy can fully separate current challenges from past experiences. Their complicated relationship has evolved through years of rivalry, misunderstanding, reconciliation, and renewed conflict. Because of this history, every conversation carries emotional baggage. Simple disagreements often become magnified by unresolved feelings. Trust remains fragile, and both women frequently interpret situations through the lens of previous experiences. Sheila's return only intensifies these dynamics. Her history with the family serves as a constant reminder of earlier conflicts and painful memories. Even when people attempt to move forward, the past refuses to remain buried. Family loyalties are tested. As news spreads about Sheila's return and the confrontation between Hope and Steffy, family members begin taking sides. Some support Steffy's cautious approach, believing that Sheila has repeatedly demonstrated why she cannot be trusted. Others argue that people deserve opportunities to prove they have changed. The differing opinions create tension throughout the family. Conversations become more heated, relationships grow strained, long-standing alliances are questioned. Everyone seems to have a different perspective on what should happen next. The resulting divisions make it increasingly difficult to find common ground. Sheila watches events unfold. Interestingly, Sheila herself becomes an observer of much of the conflict her presence has sparked. Whether intentionally or not, she finds herself at the center of discussions occurring throughout the family. She notices the fear, skepticism, and hostility directed toward her. Yet she also recognizes moments when people appear willing to consider another perspective. These mixed reactions encourage her to continue pursuing whatever goals brought her back in the first place. However, Sheila also understands that one wrong move could destroy any chance of rebuilding trust. The challenge she faces is enormous. Changing public perception may be one of the most difficult tasks she has ever attempted. Emotional stakes reach new heights. What makes the situation particularly compelling is the emotional investment of everyone involved. For Steffy, protecting her loved ones remains the highest priority. Any potential threat immediately commands her attention. For Hope, fairness and compassion continue to guide her decisions, even when doing so creates conflict. For Sheila, acceptance appears to be an ongoing struggle. These competing motivations create a rich and unpredictable dynamic. No single person sees the situation exactly the same way. Each character brings unique experiences, fears, and hopes to the discussion. As a result, every interaction feels significant. Questions about trust dominate the story. At its core, the unfolding drama revolves around trust. Can Sheila truly be trusted after everything that has happened? Should people be judged solely by their past actions? How much risk is acceptable when family safety is involved? These questions linger over every conversation. Hope and Steffy may disagree on certain details, but both ultimately wrestle with the same fundamental issue. Determining who deserves trust and under what circumstances is never simple. The uncertainty surrounding these questions keeps everyone on edge. New alliances may begin to form. As circumstances continue evolving, there are signs that unexpected alliances could emerge. Shared concerns sometimes bring unlikely individuals together. Likewise, disagreements can drive wedges between people who were once close. The shifting landscape creates opportunities for surprising partnerships and dramatic confrontations. Characters who once stood firmly on opposite sides may discover common interests. Others may find themselves drifting apart despite years of loyalty. These changing relationships add another layer of unpredictability to the story. Hope and Steffy face difficult choices. Following their exchange of shocking revelations, both women are left with important decisions. Hope must determine how to move forward in light of what she has learned. Steffy faces similar challenges as she reevaluates assumptions and prepares for whatever comes next. Neither path appears easy. The choices they make could affect not only their own futures, but also the lives of numerous people around them. Every decision carries consequences. Every action has the potential to reshape relationships. The future remains uncertain. While Sheila's return has already created significant upheaval, it may only be the beginning. Questions remain unanswered. Motives remain unclear. Hidden truths may still be waiting to emerge. Hope and Steffy's confrontation reveals just how much uncertainty continues to surround the situation. Both women leave the encounter with new information, new concerns, and new reasons to remain alert. The road ahead promises additional challenges, emotional confrontations, and unexpected twists. A turning point for everyone involved. Ultimately, Sheila's dramatic comeback serves as the catalyst for a series of events that force everyone to confront uncomfortable realities. Hope and Steffy each manage to shock the other, demonstrating that neither woman possesses the complete picture. Their exchange highlights the complexity of the relationships surrounding them and emphasizes how quickly circumstances can change. Meanwhile, Sheila's presence continues to cast a long shadow over every development. Whether she becomes a source of healing or further conflict remains to be seen. For now, one thing is certain: the return of Sheila has reignited tensions, exposed hidden truths, and set the stage for even more dramatic developments in the days ahead. As emotions run high and loyalties continue to shift, the lives of Hope, Steffy, Sheila, and their families are poised for another unforgettable chapter filled with surprises, confrontations, and revelations that no one saw coming.